We got an idiot. I mean, a idiot. Check this out, chat. This police officer is so into himself that he violates, you wouldn't guess, but violates this man's rights because he wants to know his name. He wants his ID. ID is crack to police officers. And remember, if you're not traveling or driving a car, they cannot just walk up on you and ID you. They have to have a crime, a suspicion of a crime, and they have to articulate that suspicion. And until then, they ain't getting the crack. They can, well, what's the big deal? Just give me your name. Do not give up your rights. The rights we do have are there to protect us and to protect you. But for more education and entertainment, let's go. And remember, when you push play, please let the video finish. YouTube will not give us the credit. And we do a lot of work to get these videos to you guys. Love you guys. Okay, chat. Please, man, hit the. I want to hear your thoughts. Start writing in your thoughts right here, leaving your messages. I want to hear from you guys. All right, let's go.
Well, no, they're just calling on you saying that I don't recognize a truck in the area. So, my duty to check and see if you live over here and what's going on.
I live over here. I'm here for a purpose.
Okay. Alright, you working? You see you got a ladder in the back. You working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
You got a driver's license on you just so I can identify you?
Have I done something illegal?
Well, I like to identify you, just know who I'm dealing with. Make sure.
Fourth Amendment right now to show that.
Nice one.
Well, if I'm making contact with you for a reasonable suspicion call like I am right now.
Being suspicious is a misdemeanor felony.
Man, these cops, man.
Okay. Well, sir, here's the deal. I was called on you, okay? For a suspicious vehicle, you said yourself you don't live over here if you have a purpose. What's your purpose? Is the purpose legal or illegal?
That's for you to determine.
Okay. So if you're determined, I need to see your ID.
No, you don't.
Going to determine whether I'm.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know who I'm dealing with. Let me know who I'm dealing with.
My name doesn't tell you whether I'm.
It doesn't.
Tell me, like, if I don't know if you belong over here. You said you don't.
The name doesn't make him guilty or not guilty of a crime. And secondly, we are not going to help you in your investigation. Let's say I was doing some dirt. Do you think I'm going to help you get me convicted? Of course not. Obviously, this guy's not doing anything that's criminal. These cops have nothing better else to do but to pull up on a guy that's working and say, oh, I think I just pulled behind him. Oh, he has a ladder in the back of his truck. He brings up a ladder. I watched a little piece of it. It was like the commercial part of it. A lot of people drive around with ladders in their trucks. That's how they work. That's how they get things done. Obviously, he does some type of work that needs a ladder because it's in his truck. I'm telling you, they need to put an age requirement on these police officers because a lot of these new cops, oh my God, they know nothing about the law, number one. They took an oath for the Constitution, but they don't know the Constitution. When you ask them, do you know what the Fourth Amendment is? They can't tell you. Do you know what the Fifth Amendment is? Well, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not. No. We're just talking about the Constitution. That's it. The thing that you took that oath for. Dumb, man.
I don't know if someone over here's got a veto or something against you, and if you got your ID
Did
or
I say
something.
I didn't belong over here?
You said you had purpose.
I don't live over here.
Okay.
Okay. I do belong
Okay.
here.
All right.
So that's as far as I'm willing to take it.
So you're not willing to give me your ID?
He told you that, idiot.
Well, do you have a reason for being over here?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I know that reason?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's not none of your business.
Well, it is my business if you're planning on breaking into something, which I don't know if you are or not.
Make that determination.
What an
You feel like I'm breaking
idiot.
into something.
Yeah, go do your
That's why I wanna identify you
investigation.
and help me figure out the determination.
That was my identifier.
Okay, because if I identify you and I run your check and it says you've been arrested 5 times for burglary, then I'm gonna go a little bit further. If it's nothing, I'm just gonna identify you, kick you loose, have a good day.
What suspicion of a crime do you think that have committed about to commit burglary?
I'm gonna check your check out with you over here. So I have a call for service.
I understand.
Okay, I've had multiple.
You're doing your
I've had
job.
multiple calls. And so if you're not from here, I'm not sure if you are or not, because I don't know who you are. Okay.
My plate's right back there. I'm sure you can run it.
Yeah. Okay. So is that how you want me to identify you? Through your plate?
If that's what you have.
Are you the owner of the vehicle?
Do you suspect that I'm not?
I have no reason to believe you are.
Well, I'm sitting in a truck.
That is the most dumbest thing he just said.
For what?
He said, "Do you suspect me of not being the owner of the truck?" Well, I don't suspect that you are. So anybody just driving their car around, you don't. So you suspect them not to be the owner. Everybody that's in their car. This is my point, chat. These guys do not know the law. They don't even know how to justify how to get your ID because it sounds stupid for the reason why they're even can I get your ID? And then they get stuck on, oh, your ID. I need your ID. Why? Because I gotta identify you. For what? Just to make sure you're not a thief. You're not a. What's my name got to do with anything about what I'm doing out here? Is it going to tell you that, I'm I'm stealing a car or I'm a drug addict? Well, what? That you can't just go around asking people for their names if they haven't done anything wrong. I don't get it. Why they don't get it.
That's none of your business.
It is my business.
No, it's not. Why is it your business?
Because I want to make sure you're not going to break into these houses or anything like that.
Do I look like
I don't know. You have a ladder.
you have
You have a ladder.
There's the ladder.
What could you use a ladder for?
make it, or is that illegal?
Well, no, but if you've been arrested multiple times for burglary, it could be. I'm trying to get your ID. It's really not that hard. All I'm trying
You
to
guys,
identify you.
Americans, got to see this, man.
But you also have the right. I also.
You have the right to ask me.
If I'm conducting an investigation, which I'm currently doing, and you don't comply, it's obstruction, correct?
No, no,
I'm asking you a question first before I answer that.
no.
Until I know whether or not I'm being detained.
You are not free to leave at this time.
Okay, when I'm being detained, I won't answer any questions until I.
Lawsuit.
Lights until you're free to go detained. It's like a traffic stop.
Lawsuit. This
So,
is not
you have
a
an
traffic
idea.
stop.
You have an idea.
So again, he's wrong what he just said, and I'm here to educate you guys. This is not a traffic stop. 100% not a traffic stop. He's sitting in his car. His car is not running. It's not running. The Fifth Circuit Court has dealt with this many times. The keys have to be in the ignition. In fact, they can be even in the ignition. One case, the car simply wasn't on. The car has to be on. He could be sitting there, and if the car was running, then yeah, it could be a traffic stop. But when the car's not running, it's like he just walked up on him just standing on the side of the street. So the only way he could demand his ID is in a traffic stop because now you are driving, and that is a state law that you have to identify yourself because it takes you have to have a license to drive. You don't need to have an ID to walk and to be a citizen and to stand on the street corner. So you don't have to ID yourself unless you are arrested for a crime and you are in custody and now you have to identify yourself. Bottom line, that's the law.
Do you have an ID on you?
Don't answer questions.
And you have the right to remain silent. And they hate that. But that's our right. I don't have to answer questions. The burden of proof is on them.
Public roadway that's perfectly legal.
This is a public roadway.
Public roadway.
Owned by the city of Blanchard. But is it owned by the city of Blanchard? It's owned by the city. But that's not what I'm asking, sir.
This guy's going in circles. This guy needs to stop talking.
Are you Mr. Blanch?
That's not what she said.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like. Can you repeat that last name, please?
Instead of there arguing, what the guy needs to run his license plate,
Clear on
and he
Grant.
probably already has.
So are you Mr. Grant? Hi, man. It is not a big deal. I'm just trying to identify you and catch you loose.
With this day and age, as you guys put it, citizens have to start standing up for their rights when they lose their rights.
I'm not trying to lose your rights at all, man. I'm just trying to make sure all these people around here living in this neighborhood are safe. Okay?
Do you have any reason to believe that I'm here for no nefarious reason?
Do you think I had any reason to do that? You're not.
That's his go-to. This guy. How can you say you're not?
That's what you claim.
I don't know. That's your burden of proof.
Look, man, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to do you sideways or anything like that. I'm just trying to identify you, make sure you're not a wanted murderer somewhere, and I'm going to catch you loose. That's all there is. That's all there is. And I have a right to figure out why you're here.
No, you don't.
As in your words, not here for... probably affirmative. Definitely need to use a refusal to give me identification.
He won't give me his ID.
Well, like I said, man, it's not that big a deal.
Oh, then go, then leave.
I understand it. I'm not trying to violate your rights in any way, sir. I'm trying to do my job and make sure.
Very professional and very courteous. My rights that I'm gonna stand by.
And I understand that, and I don't want to.
For that purpose.
And I saw the Army sticker, and I appreciate your service. But I want to make sure that you're not here for very
Oh,
free.
shut
All I do
up.
is identify you, make sure that you're not a wanted murderer, you got warrants like that, and I catch you loose and you have a good day.
Stupid.
You already ran my plates.
They
They gave you the information that you needed. You can ask them to go ahead and run me through NCIC or.
Do you have a date of birth then? Because I have to run it with a name and date of birth.
I ain't giving you jack.
So you're asking, you're telling me how I should do my job, yet you're not allowing me to do
I'm
my job.
standing up for my rights.
And I understand that, like I said.
I haven't done
but
anything wrong.
I'm doing my job,
Okay,
conducting an investigation.
I haven't committed a crime. I'm sitting here in front of a house, which is perfectly legal.
Well, you're not completely on the roadway there, sir.
Okay, has anybody asked me to move?
Do they have to ask you to move? It's private property?
Okay, but there's also a public easement right here.
Oh, it's a public, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so it's a public easement?
No, the side of the road is.
Oh, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so therefore make it a city easement of city road, right?
What are you trying to accomplish?
What I'm trying to, all I want to do, sir, is identify you. Okay.
Okay, I haven't done anything illegal.
Okay. Well, then
You understand that by not identifying yourself appropriately as requested by the officer is illegal.
No, it's
that's
not.
obstruction.
That's a
No, it's
separate
not.
charge. Okay?
Then the Fourth Amendment means nothing.
In the state of Oklahoma, okay, I have to be suspected of about to commit a crime.
Well, you are committing a crime. You're trespassing.
See, now they're reaching. Now they're just like, oh, you're this, you're on somebody has to, and they cannot solicit. They cannot solicit a trespassing. You know what that means? In other words, they can't go walk over that house, say, there's a guy over there, he's being suspicious, and I notice this is your piece of property. Would you like us to solicit, in other words, trespass him for you? And if the person says, yes, could you do that? You know what I mean? Because people are like, yes, I don't want my property. That's against our Fourth Amendment rights. A police officer cannot solicit a trespass. Somebody has to call in and say, I want this person, or a citizen has to come over and say, I want him trespass off my property. It cannot come from a police officer. Also, they're saying that it's obstruction to not give your ID to them when they're doing an investigation. That makes no sense, because the Fourth Amendment says it has to be a crime, or you think they're involved in a crime or going to commit a crime. And it says you have to be able to articulate that. In other words, explain it clearly what you think is going on. Not, oh, well, we don't know what you're doing here, and we need to identify you so we know what kind of crime maybe you might commit. No, it doesn't. You can't put the cart before the horse. The law doesn't allow that. And what they just said is totally. So when they say an officer is giving you an order, a lawful order, no, that's unlawful. A lawful order is according to the law. When you give an order according to the law, then it's lawful. When it's unlawful to say, well, you're not giving my ID because I said you have to give my ID, and so that's obstruction. No, it's not. I have a right to not give my ID unless I'm committing a crime or I'm arrested.
Somebody has called in. Shut up. Somebody has called in. You don't tell me to shut up.
Wow.
Okay, you're not going to tell me to shut up. I'm 47, 48. I don't care how old you are. You're not going to sit there and tell me to shut up. Here's the deal, man. There is no deal. I'm trying to explain to you what gives us the right. You're telling me that we don't have the right? I'm explaining to you how we have the right. You don't have a right to get your ID if I've done nothing wrong. I'm trying to explain to you why we have the right to get your ID. You don't have it. I'm trying to explain to you why I have it. Okay, will you listen to me?
You don't have the right.
There is a call that somebody placed to our police department of a suspicious vehicle and person.
It don't matter.
We therefore have the right to come investigate that.
Then do your investigation.
By that being the case, we are here investigating that, and in order, and part of that investigation, we can identify you and request your identification. You may ask all you want. And you are also required by law.
No, it's not.
If I show you the state statute that you're required to do that, will you give me your ID?
Absolutely. Show me the statute.
Give me 1 second.
He won't find it. There is no statute. Watch his chat. Watch his chat. First of all, he don't know no damn statute.
Here's the deal. I don't like being interrupted. Okay. And I don't like being talked down to. I understand that. I have a purpose here. When I'm interrupted, I'm being talked down to as well.
This guy needs to stop talking.
To meet me at this house. Okay. And that's fine.
If that's fine, then get out of here.
Again, I was just trying to help you understand why we have the right to ask for your ID. You have every right to ask.
Hey, Travis. Hey, what's up, man? Nothing. Sorry to bother you. I got a random question for you.
Oh, see, he has to call somebody because he don't know. He don't know law.
To an address.
This shows you right here, chat, that police departments and these police do not know the law. Why would they have to call somebody, a lawyer, because they have these lawyers they can call. Oh, does this guy can ain't he supposed to give me his ID? He should already know that. Why do I know this and I'm not a police officer? Why does the guy in the truck know this and he's not a police officer? And the police officer that's there with him don't know this. I'm going to tell you one reason why. They're used to there's a bunch of bootlickers out here in this world that do everything the police tell them. Give me your ID. Okay. Give me okay. Okay. And then, can I come in your house? Sure. Come in my house. Can I search your car? Go ahead. I have nothing to hide. You don't do it because you have something to hide. You do it because it's your right. You have a right for someone not to just walk into your house. You have a right for someone to just not go through your car and through your personal stuff. You think if you asked him, "Can I come in your house? Can I look in your car?" I like that one YouTuber that does that. He goes up to a cop and he's like, "Hey, how you doing today? Good, good." And he start talking and then he's like, "Hey, can you back up a little bit?" And he tells the cop, "Can you take your hands out of your pocket? You're making me nervous." He starts saying everything the cops say. He says, "Hey, can I check out your cop car, man?" And the cop's like, "What? Yeah, can I look in there? Just to see, like, make sure you ain't got no drugs or anything in there, or a beer. Do you have you have anything illegal?" And it's so funny because as he's asking it, the cops are really answering because there's something about holding, and the guy's holding like a clipboard, and they fall into that trap. And they're like, "Oh, of course not. Yeah, you could look at my car." And like, "Well, I just want to make sure, you're not drinking or driving or anything like that. It smells like weed in here a little bit. Do you smoke weed?" And everything the cops say, it's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious. It's not everybody like just laughing, but it just shows the cop how silly they sound. But watch this answer what this cop gets, because they think they're right.
Summer Valley Road for a suspicious vehicle. Gentleman's parked in a black pickup. He's from Oklahoma City, but he won't give me his name and tells me he doesn't have to give me his driver's license because he's not done anything wrong.
He's driving a vehicle?
Well, he's parked right now.
Okay. Well, technically, there's no obligation for him to identify himself. I mean,
Boom.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime.
Well, the
What?
thing is I have no
Wait. Let's hear that again.
No, before you're supposed to be here to meet me at this house.
Okay. And that's fine.
Let's hear this again, chat. Let's hear this again.
Again, we're just trying to help you understand why we have the right to ask for your ID.
You have every right to ask.
Hey, Travis.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. Sorry to bother you. I got a random question for you, though. I'm dealing with something right now. So I got called out to an address out here in Blanchard, Summer Valley Road, for a suspicious vehicle. Gentleman's parked in a black pickup. He's from Oklahoma City, but he won't give me his name and tells me he doesn't have to give me his driver's license because he's not done anything wrong.
He's driving a vehicle?
Well, he's parked right now.
Okay. Well, technically, there's no obligation for him to identify himself.
Boom.
Unless you have reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime.
Well, the thing is I have no reasonable suspicion to believe that he's not committing crime because he has a ladder in the back of the truck and he's
A ladder?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, there's no compelled ID statute in Oklahoma. I have to think about. If you have anything else to suggest that he might be involved in something illicit?
Well, I'm curious why a man from Oklahoma City is parked on a dead-end road in Blanchard. And
Not illegal.
I ask him if he lives here, and he says, "I don't answer questions."
Yeah.
He asked if he was free to leave, and I said, "No, at this time, I have my emergency equipment activated, and I'm trying to investigate."
Ooh. You can't do that.
follow them out of town until I get one.
See how dirty they are?
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, you don't have a complaining party, you have a traffic.
He has nothing to get him on. He says, well, I can follow him out of town and make sure I can pull him over for something. He just said that on his body cam. Do you know how dirty that is? He just sealed the deal on a huge lawsuit. Huge lawsuit.
All you gotta do is sit in front of the house with a ladder in the back.
Can you roll down your window for me? I see you have a camera on. Are you construction worker, contractor? Neither one? Okay. Okay.
Right. Yeah, man, I don't think you got anything to compel him to give you his identification.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's not what you wanted.
Yeah, that's why I called you
That
instead
has
of
one of
just
these
ripping out of his
addresses
truck.
on it. It says 3
Yeah,
a.m.
no, I'm with you. I mean, you might try to think of a way.
That seems pretty suspicious to me. I'm going to let Officer Haynes know. Officer Haynes, there's a manila folder in his front seat on a clipboard that has today's date with code 4.
Has what on it?
Today's date, 3 a.m. and a camera. And it has one of these addresses on it. Plain view in the front seat.
He's got a manila envelope in his front seat in plain view with a camera on it. The envelope has 3 a.m. and today's date.
And one of these addresses in Summer
And an
Valley.
address on the street on it.
Summer Oaks?
That doesn't matter.
Travis?
Yeah, I just quite understand it. And you got a vanilla envelope in plain view on the top of your seat that's got a date and a time
And an
address on it.
in this neighborhood.
An address on this street on it.
And it says 3 a.m.
It says 3 a.m.
and a camera.
and a camera sitting next to it.
It's probably a private investigator.
Probably, but I don't know why he wouldn't want to tell me that.
I asked him if he was a
Those guys are douchebags.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been my experience, and they're probably some of the more litigious people that you want to kind of not be involved in a lawsuit.
let me see if I can get that address.
I don't think you're over the line. I don't think you're over the line beyond that.
Well, all right. I'll just tell him that I'll contact Clete about his private eye license or whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to continue to talk to them, like that.
But I'm just, and I gave him the same spiel I gave everybody else that says I don't have to give my ID. Yeah, you're right, you don't. But I like to know who I'm dealing with. Make sure you're not a convicted murderer. And he says, well, I don't answer any questions. I'm like, look, man, I'm not asking you a whole bunch of questions. I'm just trying to figure out who you are. If you ain't got nothing to worry about, give me a license, I'll take you loose, have a good day. And that's something you might have to identify, make sure you're not here robbing, because guess what? If the house gets broken into, you're the person I'm going to
Like
confront.
8 minutes at the time that he said it, he had 8 minutes before he was meeting with somebody at this location.
Well, it's almost 3. And it says A over the P on there, so it could have been a misprint on that. So if somebody shows up here, whoever Officer Haynes is talking to is believing that this guy may be a private investigator. So,
He was talking
I mean-
about the amendments, so I'm guessing we're sovereign. Well, we don't want to identify ourselves completely. We have his name based on the tag, but we don't know that that's actually his name. That could just be the person registered to this vehicle. And he doesn't... A suspicious person... I don't know that.
If you don't cooperate, arrest him.
Yeah, we're about to get ready to do that. Matt's trying one more thing.
arrest.
no, Chief just said to arrest him. And he's been videoing this whole time.
I don't answer questions. Go ahead and just lock it up.
Get arrested for it.
I don't know. Not cooperating.
Thank you, officer.
Hang on just a second. Just hang on right here for me.
What are you arresting him for?
Huh?
He hasn't violated really a crime yet, so not
Are you investigating a crime or a possible crime?
possibly.
Okay, he's obstructing an officer from doing his duty, right?
Are you a private investigator? You're not. You said you're meeting somebody here in a few minutes?
Yep. Legal right to make contact with you based on the call.
And I don't
And
have
you're
to answer
obstructing that.
questions.
I'm not here to listen to you. I'm here to tell you what's going on. Okay? I don't care if you record me. This whole... I don't care. Okay? You're...
This sergeant is why all these other guys act the way they act. This sergeant knows nothing about the law, knows nothing about obstruction. Obstruction, if you look it up, It is a physical act. It's not a Jedi mind trick, to set off people and not give up your name. That's not how you describe that crime. It has when you people, oh yo, we're gonna arrest you for obstruction. Obstruction is a physical act where you're trying to stop the police officer or get in the way of a police officer in the line of his duties. It's stopping him physically from doing what he needs to do as a police officer. That's why every time they arrest somebody for obstruction, it never, because they got it wrong. They just use it. Obstruction is the last thing they use when they have nothing. Well, then you're obstructing me. I'm gonna arrest you for obstruction. That's just the way of putting you in the car. That's it. But in court, it doesn't stick. It never does.
Obstructing an officer from doing his duty. So now you're under arrest, unless you want to cooperate. Okay? That's the way it goes. Have a nice day. Okay.
Would you like to explain the address and the time on the folder inside your vehicle with the camera?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. None of your
You're going
business.
to identify yourself. Look, man, you didn't ask a question, hey.
Can you at least take your hands out of your pockets for me? Thank you.
Look, I want to tell you, man, if you're PI, no big deal.
These cops are dumb, man.
We gotta confirm who you are, make sure, especially with the camera car, make sure you're not doing people top stuff, okay?
Not a PI. So the only thing you can have a camera for is if you're a PI.
No, that's not what I'm saying, sir.
Insurance adjusters aren't allowed to have
Are
a
you
camera
insurance
to
adjuster?
take photographs of damage and stuff.
Are you an insurance adjuster?
I possibly might be.
Okay, do you have any proof of that?
Okay, but why do I have to answer questions? I'm here for a legal reason.
We got a call. Can I get your date of birth? Can I get your date of birth?
You're failing to identify yourself. By law. You are failing. Amendment right. You are failing to identify yourself.
It doesn't matter. He has a right.
You have to identify yourself. What law have I broken?
Obstruction.
Is it house?
I don't know. I'll go check next.
What law have I done?
Turn around, turn right back for a second. You need place investigative detention, okay? Investigative detention at this time, you understand that?
All your body cameras on.
They are, sir.
Investigative tension.
Just said
What did I say?
that I'm under investigative detention.
Okay, what does that mean?
I'm being detained.
Okay, so you're being detained.
I understand what that means.
All right, so
There's a difference between an arrest and a detention.
there is. You are correct. If you're an insurance adjuster, that's fine. We'll identify you. We'll make sure you're at the right house and kick you loose. Not a big deal, bro.
Well, the folder for this house is right there. The homeowner's not home, so she doesn't.
Do you have the homeowner's name that I can contact, make sure you're supposed to be here?
Yeah, but that's none of your business.
That's
As a matter of fact, if you want to go talk to that neighbor right there, he has the garage door to let me into the house so I can get a photograph of the inside of that garage door.
That's all you had to say from the beginning, man.
I don't have to tell you that. Don't you guys understand what my rights are?
Nobody said you have to tell us that. What we said is that you have to identify
I do
yourself.
not.
You do have to identify yourself.
No, you
But
don't.
we are here investigating whether or not you have. We have reason
You
to
have
believe.
every right
Listen
to
to me.
investigate.
Stop interrupting. You asked for my respect. I'm asking for yours in return. Okay? We are investigating because somebody called a suspicious vehicle and person in that vehicle. Okay? I'm not done talking. Within that investigation, we can identify you by getting your identification. You are required because we are
he's
investigating
not.
that you may be committing a crime.
No,
and
he's
therefore
not.
you must identify yourself.
You have to explain yourself.
Trespassing. That's
Trust-
number one.
Okay, sir.
To be trespassed, I
Keeping
have to be
time
on
for
site.
all we know.
Okay,
Okay,
and that's
for all
what
we
you guys
know.
do to determine.
That's right. And
That's
in doing that,
part
we
of
have
your
to identify you.
investigation. No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No. You can ask for my identification. I am not legally required to give it to you.
Except that you are.
No, I'm not. My attorney has told me so.
I don't care what your attorney told you. You have to
I do.
identify yourself because we're
My rights
investigating a
are
possible
important to me.
crime.
My rights are important to me.
A possible crime is being investigated.
Okay, what crime?
I just told you to.
Okay? If then arrest me for those two crimes.
We have determined that you committed those crimes.
I haven't committed
However,
any crime.
we have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Can you look at
I have a Fourth Amendment right not to tell you.
possible name of the owner?
This cop's These cops have. This is embarrassing, Chad. This is embarrassing that a police department has 5 cops there, and not one of them knows the Fourth Amendment rights for a citizen. They're saying that no matter what, see, there, every state in the United States pretty much is not a stop and ID state. They have to have a crime. Let's get this right. They have to have a crime. Number one, trespassing is a lower, it's not a crime. It's a ticket. It's not considered a crime. It's a fine. That's all it is. It's like a fix-it ticket. You go and you pay it. You don't go to jail for it. So that's not a crime. Trespassing is not a crime. You have to have a crime. And the courts go on to say you have to not only be suspicious of a crime, but you have to also be able to articulate that crime. Like what evidence that you have that you believe this guy is connected to this crime. Like I seen him over here. He was, he jumped the fence and he was carrying some of these tools. Some tools are scattered in the back of the fence, and we seen him run off. Well, now we caught him. Now we know. That's what I'm talking about. They have to have some type of evidence or catch the guy in the crime and arrest him. Other than that, you cannot walk up or drive up on somebody and say, give me your ID. Tell me who you are. No, I don't have to tell you anything. In fact, I have the right to remain silent. Do I or do I not? And then they get butthurt when you don't answer them. And unless other people are around, they usually. But when it's these guys, they can't even articulate. Man, this guy just talked to a lawyer, and he's still arguing the point instead of saying, you know what, the lawyer told me we had no basis of even pushing this anymore, so let's cut this guy loose before we get sued. And what's he do? He gets off the phone, does the total opposite. They put handcuffs on him. I mean, this is a fat lawsuit. And guess what? Because he let them know his rights and told them it's his Fourth Amendment right, what he did is he put them on notice. And what they can do now, when they go into court in front of a judge can say, he put you on notice, you knew what you guys were doing was wrong, and because of that, you're going to lose your qualified immunity. In other words, now he can go after their bank accounts, he can go after their houses they own, and he can sue. We're talking thousands of dollars are going to come out of their bank account instead of the citizens. Because see, usually they have qualified immunity in most cases. So when the city gets sued, the city unfortunately pays the lawsuits with our tax-paying dollars, which is stupid. Think about that. But when the officer is in the total wrong, and he should know that he was in total wrong, he broke his own procedures and policies, that's when they can lose their qualified immunity. In other words, they're no longer covered by the city, won't stand behind that. And that's when they're able to get sued. And this is a lawsuit for sure.
Your subcontractor. Look, I'm not trying to make your life any harder. I understand. I'm just trying to do my job right here. I'm trying to stand up for my rights. And yeah, I've always been in the world like that, right? 1984. Like I said before,
these guys are making a big mistake, man.
I'm investigating your own justice.
was hungry, and I was being very polite.
506, 501. Not sure that two's getting out. I'll let him know.
They better take those cuffs off him.
I snap back. That's my right.
Do you see why one time why you don't want to go? Because usually people don't want to get inside the
Civilians have civil rights. And for you guys to all
Did you hear any of Chief's traffic stops? When you catch she's in 1990 and then before he says we have to get a written statement from the reporting party.
All right.
I don't know what the reporting party is.
It's on the next word over. Do we,
Doing my job.
I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job.
okay.
I don't need to be in, or police don't need to interrogate me to see if I'm committing.
This guy is so right. This guy is.
But I don't have to answer any
Well,
questions.
part of our job is to interrogate and investigate crimes, correct?
Do I have to answer any of your questions?
That's not what I'm asking. My question was yes or no.
You can ask all the questions you want, but I
When they read you your rights, the first thing they tell you is you have the right to remain silent. The right to remain silent. And when you do that, they get pissed off. We have the right to question you. I also have the right to shut my mouth. Dummy. And he's talking too much. I've said it. He did a good job by standing up for his rights, but he talked way too. If he would have just shut up and let them figure it out, they would have just had to leave him alone. I'm telling you, when you have nothing more to say and you just keep saying the same thing, you're just arguing with the cop. Don't do that. Just tell him, listen, obviously I have the right to remain silent, and I choose to uphold that right. Figure out what you're going to figure out, but I'm not giving you my ID, and I'm done. I'm not speaking no more. I don't answer questions no more. That's it.
legally have to answer it.
And what they do is on
That's
them.
all I'm trying to say. I have a Fourth Amendment right to secure my person's health.
So let me ask you this.
The obstruction is the failure to identify
Not
yourself.
put
That's
you in
what
my
it
shoes,
is.
right?
Only if I've committed a crime.
Not put you in my shoes right now. All right? And you sit in that truck and you have some dude yelling you know. You walk up on him and all of a sudden he starts saying, I'm not telling you anything like that. What are you thinking if you're in my shoes?
Go investigate. See what's going on.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
But I don't
Not with the person.
investigation.
If you do not
Okay,
cooperate,
that's obstruction.
No, it's not.
That's a crime.
That's a crime. Obstruction is a crime.
You want the crime? There it is. Obstruction. You're not helping us.
But that's a secondary crime in order
It's still a crime.
Okay, so what
We have to be able to investigate
It's
the
not.
possibility of a
Oh,
crime.
these guys
By
are
you
dumb.
not cooperating with that, there's your secondary crime.
But what's the first crime that you're out here to investigate?
We're not sure. We have to figure that out. It could be a peeping Tom.
You have to have
It could
that
be a peeping
first.
Tom. How do I know you're not in here with
I mean, you do have a camera on the front seat of the truck.
Absolutely, that's part of one of my tools that I use in my
But we
Okay,
have to
we don't know
investigate
that
that.
unless we investigate.
But I don't have to answer any
Okay,
of your
so what are you using
They
the camera
have-
for, sir?
to take photos.
Of
Damages.
damages to what?
he's an insurance adjuster.
I'm not going to answer any
I
more
figured that
questions.
part out.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and, if you guys are going to go ahead and take me to jail, let's go ahead and get that done, and I'll call my attorney.
Look, I'm just trying to talk to you.
So-
I'm trying to avoid everybody going to
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Well, I'm
No,
sitting
you.
here detained.
You already. You
Do
already.
you have a business card?
You already violated my
You
rights.
don't have a business card or anything like that?
Nope.
Is there any way I can identify you? Do
Nope.
you have a driver's license on your person?
No.
In my vehicle, I do, but I don't consent to any search.
Okay. Do you mind if I reach in and grab that driver's
I do
license?
mind.
Nothing else. You
I
can
do
watch
mind.
me grab that.
I do mind.
So I have no way to identify you, so I have no way to tell if you're an escaped inmate, no way to tell if you're big murder, no way to tell if you've got 1,000 warrants out for your arrest.
Real simple way. Okay, you guys have a database here.
Yes, but I need your date of birth. You told me you wouldn't give me that earlier.
Okay, you guys have. Let me finish my statement.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you guys have a database here. Okay, Oklahoma Department of Insurance. All you have to do is go to that website, punch in my first and last name, and it tells you everything about me.
Here's part of the
You
problem.
haven't given us your first
We don't know what your first and last name
Yep.
You
is.
ran my plate.
That doesn't mean
I
it's
asked
you.
if that was
Doesn't mean it's you.
And you did deny it
These
was
guys
you. You
are
also didn't
dumb,
confirm it.
man. These
Right,
guys
but
are
I'm sitting here
dumb.
in my truck.
Oh my
So if I drive a box
god.
car that's under her name,
If you're doing an investigation, start with the plate. These guys, can you imagine if they had to do a murder? Like if they had to really like investigate something? So the way they investigate is just hound the person. Come on, give me your ID. Give me your ID. Give me your ID. Come on, man. Give me your stuff, bro. Who are you, bro? Come on, I'm doing investigation, man. No, investigation you got to do first before I complete. You think I'm guilty of crime and then you can prove that and you arrest me? Then I'll give you my ID. I'm not going to do anything to help you with whatever you're doing. No one knows what you guys are doing. You just showed up. This guy was doing nothing wrong. And that's the point. He was doing nothing wrong. You guys showed up and said, oh, we don't know who you are. Good. Nobody called you. Nobody told you I was doing something bad. And I guarantee there probably wasn't even a call. Guarantee it probably wasn't even a call, because the guy that he's waiting for, it's in front of his house. So there ain't no other houses around there. So they're probably lying about that, which they do all the time. Oh, we got a call. Oh, who called you? Oh, I'm not sure. We're not sure who called. I don't know. Was it a man? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't take the call. Dispatch did. And then you can get all this. See, he's going to go and get all these tapes, all these cameras for his case. This guy right here, because they violated his Fourth Amendment rights 110%. This guy's been here for 40 minutes arguing about his name.
Does my name pop up on it?
I have no idea. It depends on how you registered it.
Okay, so how do we know?
So
You're answering my questions for me.
I have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my.
See, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about the Fourth
I also
Amendment.
have a Fifth Amendment
But
right.
that's
Not
law.
How do we know that this?
You know the deal here is I don't know your driver's license. So if you leave
I
here,
just searched by seeing my car. Sure. You check back see my car for.
Now he's saying I got to check your license before you drive.
Hang on, grab my phone.
So dumb.
Hello.
So dumb.
I am at my unit. I'm grabbing a statement form.
I'm like, I'm here for a regular
that house, that
Okie dokie.
definitely would be not a section. You know what I mean? That's why I gotta do. I'm not trying to get anybody out of here. Or hey, 1971-07.
This stuff is like crack to these guys, man. I'm serious.
Like I'm saying, man,
They get, when they get someone's name, they're like, huh, that's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. And then they just stand and look at each other and say, bye. I mean, they are such kids, man. Like, go do a crime, man. Go look for somebody that's really doing something. Can you imagine if these guys would go like hide in bushes and really try to find some criminals and go into these drug infested areas and walk around there on foot and talk to people and like really reach out into these bad areas? Instead, they avoid all that. You want me to walk around over there? Those guys are crazy, man. Somebody might kill me. That's policing. That's how they used to police back in the days. They would walk the beat. They would walk the neighborhoods and they would see the kids and hey, wave hi to the neighbors and hey, Mr. Rodriguez, hey, Larry, how you doing? Hey, Ron, all right, man. Once or twice a week, go to the neighborhoods on their beat, whatever area they worked in, they would make sure they get to know people. And there is some cops that do that have very good reputations. Like the man in Little Rock. Every kid grew up there. He's been on the beat for 30 years. He has grown men that remember him when they were 9, 10 years old, and he would bring candy. He would bring presents on Christmas. He got to know families that were struggling, where he started his own outreach, helping those kids in those neighborhoods. He touched lives to where some kids are cops today because of him. Some of them are firemen because of him today. They're first responders because of him today. Some of them are businessmen. Some of them are doing great because of his influence in their life. This right here, we don't need this. We need real community outreach, first responder cops. That's what it used to be, and that's what the job it really is meant to be. Now, it's all it is about kicking, punching, pulling people over, lying, putting bad reports in. We hear left and right every time, every day. There's a new video coming out, 2 or 3 new videos a week coming out of dirty cops. It just got to stop, guys. They just shut down second, third this year. Police department completely shut down because 6, 7 of their officers found out that they were using those flock cameras against their wives and girlfriends, stalking them.
Especially if you're an insurance adjuster, you're sitting out here, and you've been out here for a full minute before someone couldn't see you and called you, or called on you.
That homeowner came over to make sure I was who I was.
I talked to the homeowner, he said he didn't know who you were.
That guy right there in the red shirt.
Oh, no, it's a guy who used to live there. Oh, the guy lives back here. My bad. That's my bad.
He's lying. He's straight lying.
I was thinking that guy right back here.
He's lying.
I'm gonna go.
He just lied. He just lied. You gotta watch how petty she's trying to be. I'm gonna find out if you really talk to him.
Hi, I'm Officer Nye.
Hi, I'm Officer Nye.
Did you talk to this gentleman earlier? What information did he tell you?
Well, he told us that he was an insurance adjuster. But I was expecting somebody over there about the time he showed up.
Okay. Hi.
Their name was,
Okay.
that lives there at Six Flags.
Okay.
And had a mortgage guy, somebody come over and look at something earlier.
Okay.
And then I was waiting to let somebody in.
Okay, so you have permission to be in the household, in the house. You do. And you're supposed to let an insurance adjuster in?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of insurance, what happened? What kind of damages, or what are we looking at?
I don't know about that. I think it's like roof damage and garage door damage. But it was just kind of.
Do you know what company he's
casual.
with?
I don't. Now, I let you talk to the owners.
Do you have their contact information?
Absolutely.
That would be amazing.
And I just talked to him a minute ago.
Okay.
And told him that.
He's refusing to give us information, to tell us who he is.
And I thought that might be something like that happening. So I didn't.
Well, what happened
is. I didn't want to put my nose in it.
No,
you never know what's really going on.
He finally told us he talked to you, and I'm like, okay, let me go talk to him and see if we can get this clarified.
Well, that's another thing I figured. I said if he wasn't being combative, or just not combative, but if he wasn't being hard to deal with, he would have told him that earlier. So it could have been something totally.
No, we gotta call him a suspicious vehicle. Bless you.
Okay, and the owner, and his number is.
All right.
His wife is, and she might be, one of them will answer. They're coming back from.
Okay, and they were expecting somebody.
They were expecting somebody.
All right, I will.
For me to say that I know that that's him, that's thing I was.
Okay, well, he's finally told us that he is possibly an insurance adjuster. And so that does help. And now you've talked to him, and he told you he was an insurance adjuster. Did he happen to give you a name, a business card, anything like that?
If he did, I didn't pay attention.
Okay.
I know he didn't hand me anything. So.
No problem. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm trying to turn off my caller ID on my phone.
No, you're fine.
That way I can call them.
And like I said, I would have tried to.
No.
I'm a firefighter, so I work around you guys quite a bit.
Yeah. No worries.
You never know really what's going on.
Captain America's cool.
Good.
Okay, let me make this phone call. If I need anything, I'll get back to you.
also advising I did make contact with a homeowner. She advised that they are expecting a company to come out. She advised that they are expecting a to come out and do roofing work.
Hey, it's a homeowner's last name. Okay, that's what I was talking. Okay, I was trying to call him as well. All right, thank you. Bye. Tell them his insurance agent, this person's actually supposed to let whoever it is inside the home because he's doing, they believe, roof and garage door damage. He gave me the number and phone number to the owners, which is who I was trying to call, but Maria got a hold of them instead. So he said he was kind of different with him as well, and he was kind of afraid he was going to do this with us. So he's one of our firefighters. I can't remember. He told me and I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Chief wasn't cited for obstruction. I cannot force that. Not going to say that's not an order, but it's recommended he still be cited for obstruction.
Okay. Okay. Can you get out around me? I can move up. Okay. One says site.
Huh?
We have to cite
For what?
obstruction. For one. Okay. This is relaying what two told me that one. So, yeah.
I'm not doing it.
I didn't speak. Are you happy with what?
I'm happy.
Okay,
I
that's good.
got what I needed.
I spoke to one of our local firefighters here. He confirmed that he was supposed to let somebody in. The homeowners are on their way home. We talked to the homeowners.
Was he? Did he not let you come over here?
No, I have to wait on my ladder since I broke my back last year, February 14th. Last year I broke my back.
Okay. Hey.
Did you do adjusting in Chickasha?
Yeah.
Okay. I used to work for Chickasha. Okay, you came in and got reports for me. Okay, I knew I recognized your face from somewhere. Okay, well, you told me the back. I was like, because I think it was even at the fire department that I've talked to you.
Yep, because I had to go in for fire marshal.
Yes. Yes. Just next time, just tell us who you are. Come on.
I wasn't trying to be difficult. I was just.
You were good at it.
Well, here's the man. If
Next time, just tell us who you are. Next time, just forget your rights, forget who you are. Just listen to what we say. When we say, give us your ID, give us your ID. If we tell you lay on the ground, lay on the ground. If I tell you to shut up, you shut up. You don't talk back to me. I'm an officer. And when I give you an order, when I give you a lethal order, you listen. They always say, I'm giving you what do they say? When I give you an order, and I'm trying to think of the word, I went blank for a minute. It's it has to be lawful. They always say, I'm giving you a lawful order. I'm giving you a lawful command. Meaning, when they always say, I give you a lawful order, back up. Give me a lawful order, sit down. Give me a lawful order, sit. It has to be according to the law. That's why it's called lawful. It has to be in line with the law, not just because you said it. And that's how they think. It's what they believe trumps the law. All they kept saying was, just give us your ID. And he says, it's my Fourth Amendment. Instead of saying, let's look up the Fourth Amendment. He's right. He does have a right. He doesn't have to tell us, okay, guys, what crime does he? Those crimes, you can't use a secondary crime. Like, a crime is, you're you won't talk to me. You won't, or what was the one they were trying to say he was doing? Trespassing. Trespassing is a secondary crime. In fact, it's not a crime. So you can't say that. Oh, you're trespassing, so you got to give me your. No, I don't. I don't have to give you my name because you tell me I'm trespassing. First, you give me a warning. You don't just trespass them, but you got to give them a warning. And if they don't leave, then you trespass them. So, listen, guys, regardless what these cops are saying, all these cops that ganged up on him, he was right. He was 100% right. And I know the outcome. After that day, he went down right away, filed a lawsuit, got a hold of his lawyer, and he won. They didn't give, part of the deal was that they wouldn't expose the amount. They usually do. But from what I heard, it was close to $1 million. They messed up big time. And all 5 of those officers that were there all lost their qualified immunity. So they all split the bill. They messed up big time. So to let you know, he was 100% right, and all of them knew that. That's why they couldn't charge him. Because at the end of the day, they got his name. But what's sad about it is they had put him in cuffs. They had already arrested him. Then they backtracked and said, you're only detained. But one cop said, you arrest him for, get in the way of our job and whatever they say. I'm going blank right now. It's been a long day. So listen, all that was wrong. The minute that cop said, that guy said, listen, I have my Fourth Amendment right. I'm not going to answer questions. That cop should have said, he's right. You're right. Okay, we're just checking on you. He should have ran his name, checked in a little bit more, maybe talked to a neighbor like they did, do a little investigation, and you'll find out who he is. And he's not doing nothing wrong. Instead, they did it all backwards. This is for your education and for your entertainment. This is educational too. Listen, guys, information is power. And I truly believe this. That we are one video from making a difference in this